Hello everyone, it's me, Luke, the Yorkshireman Reacts, and you might remember a couple of days ago I made a video to let you all know that I had a little accident on my bike, and that I was pretty messed up. I really was. It was awful, and because my right arm, I couldn't move it, I couldn't use it to do anything, I couldn't lift anything with it, I couldn't straighten it or touch my shoulder with it. Now I can, that shows marked improvement. And I was just in too much pain to sit here and be enthusiastic in my reaction to just about anything, especially comedy, which is the usual line of things that we do here. But it's 2 days later now, and I am feeling a little bit better. So, I am gonna give a reaction a go. See how we're going on. Yes, because it's not fair if I'm taking so much time off. I mean, it's not like I have to work out or do anything extremely physical, is it? But I just wanted to, wait for the pain to go down a bit, because I just wouldn't be, I wouldn't be in these videos. It'd just be me sitting here, not, So we're going to give this a go. Crazy laws that still exist around the world. I love stuff like this, hearing about these weird laws that were written in like the 5th century and they still exist. People can still be arrested for them or have been arrested in the 21st century. So yeah, we're gonna give this. We're gonna check this out. But before we do, I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody who commented on that video with some. Well, just the things that you're commenting, really. I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't asking for this. I was literally just making that video to tell you all what had happened and that I wouldn't be around for a couple of days. That's the only intention I had with it, nothing else. But, I got these comments. Robert, Shearer, I don't remember seeing a comment from him before. So, thank you, Robert. That meant a lot to me. Thomas Elliott, another one, thank you so much. Chuckle Fun, David Hanna, David, you are a legend, I don't have to point it out, Erin, one of the OGs of the channel, this new one and the old one, you've been around for a long time. Cole227T, Jukebox Dave, just, yeah, really nice, and people have commented on other videos as well. So yeah, thank you to everybody who's done that. Honestly, it meant a lot to me. And someone else who made a comment that was quite funny. I think it was on a gimme reaction. And I told him this myself. It made me smile at a time where nothing else really was. I was just, I was in pain. So, I had to smile when you're in pain, guys. Let's be honest. So, thank you to everybody who did that. Honestly, it's been really helpful. It's helped me get through these couple of days. A lot better than if those comments hadn't been left. So thank you to everybody who did that. It means a lot to me, and much love to everybody who did it. You're all amazing, so thank you. So, let's not go on too much longer, because you guys have been waiting for content, new content. Yeah, so, crazy laws that still exist around the world. This should be fun. So, like the video if you enjoy it, comment, subscribe, and yeah, let's go.
Thinking about taking a bath with a donkey? Fancy getting drunk in a British pub? Well, think again, as these
Already done that many times. The donkey thing, not the... No, I'm joking, the pub, obviously.
potentially harmless activities and many more could well land you in trouble with the long arm of the law. Laws of the land that may have made sense when first brought about...
Wait. I probably should point out one crazy British law that I do know is the law that says pregnant women can pee in a policeman's hat if they need to. I do know that one. And that might pop up in a video like this. So in case it does, I'm just going to let y'all know that that is one I do know. I have heard of that.
The habit of sticking around, even if they have no real place in today's society. Add to those antiquated laws a few newer bizarre rules of the land that have found their way into the law books, and we have a truly bizarre set of world legislation. So what are some of the strangest laws that still remain on the books around the world? That's what we'll find out in this episode of the infographic show, Strange Laws That Still Exist. Great Britain has some of the strangest laws in the world, some of which are broken every day. It is illegal, for example, to be drunk in a pub in the UK. How many thousands of Brits break that law every single day?
Every single minute at this rate. Have you seen what's going on in the UK these days? Jesus Christ, especially in summer. Wow, this law is going to be broken beyond repair this summer. This summer is set to be mental, guys. It's El Nino again, isn't it? This is going to be a great summer, by the way. So, you know, if you're worried about not making plans too far in advance because you're worried, oh, it might rain or it might not be cold, it might not be warm. Don't. It will be. El Nino. On top of the fact that our temperature has been going up anyway and the weather has been getting so much better in summer for all of us in Great Britain. Make those plans, guys, because it's happening. This is going to be a good summer.
It is also illegal to...
See, it is possible to talk about the fact that it's going to be really warm in your country and not get hysterical about climate change. You don't have to cry about it. You can be excited about it. Think about that. You're adults, not children.
To carry a plank of wood along the pavement, especially, one would imagine, after getting drunk in the pub. Now,
what? So, wait a minute. What if you're a construction worker or a joiner and you're working somewhere and... Wow, I'm not even going to get into that.
not quite so bizarre is the stipulation that members of Parliament in jolly old England are not allowed to wear a suit of armour in Parliament.
I knew that
But surely this law should have been updated.
You're also not allowed to die in Parliament. It's against the law to die in Parliament. How weird is that? How are you gonna prosecute someone who's died? Just drag their corpse to the nearest prison cell. Mind you, fucking disgusting, dirty politicians in this country. They deserve an indignity like that after the way they treat us.
By the
Both parties, both wings, they're all disgusting.
lawmakers themselves while in Parliament, no? It is also highly illegal to handle a salmon in suspicious circumstances in England and Wales.
What's a suspicious way to handle a salmon? That suddenly put a not recent, but it wasn't that long ago, news story of a guy who picked a fish up out of the sea and went to bring it to his lips to kiss it, and it jumped down his throat and he nearly died. I'd say that's suspicious, you know, if you're trying to get it on with a salmon. But okay.
And if there is an unsuspicious way to handle freshwater fish out of water, we'd love to see it. It's also an offense to beat or shake a carpet or rug, except if it's a doormat, before 8 AM in the UK.
Yeah,
and if
I can understand that. Who wants dust? A load of other person... I mean, dust... Most of what makes up dust in the house is skin flakes and little bits of skin. So, who wants their next door neighbour beating their rug or their carpet or whatever in their garden while you're out there too, and it all flying into your face and going up your nose and then you... No! So yeah, that's not so crazy to me. I'm for that.
If you're an Englander, forget about dining on exotic waterfowl. Unless you happen to be the Queen of England, it is illegal to eat a swan. Should you be pregnant in Britain, it is perfectly legal to spend a penny in a policeman's hat, or in fact, anywhere else should it be an emergency. And on a similar note...
Oh, I didn't know that anywhere else. I just knew the hat. So if you're pregnant in the UK, if you're a pregnant woman in the UK, you can piss anywhere. Right? Cool. Do you know, that's fair enough though. That shouldn't be included in a crazy law list, you know? I mean, I'm a man, so I have no idea what it's like, but one thing that I do know about pregnancy is you piss all the time. Because the fucking human being growing inside you is pushing all that down there, you know, your bladder and all that, so you constantly need to pee. So that's not a crazy law, that's just common sense. You know? So, yeah, that's fine. You should be able to piss anywhere if you're pregnant. Because it's not like you can hold it, is it? They're extreme circumstances.
And on the subject of toilets, up in Scotland, if somebody knocks on your door asking to use the bog, you must, by law, let them inside and offer your bathroom.
Really?
Also in Scotland...
Really? If you live in Scotland and someone knocks on your door and asks to use the toilet, you have to, by law, let them use your toilet. okay, so because that law exists, why are toilet cleaning products even needed in Scotland? Your toilet would be cleaner, would be so clean. Well, mine would. I'd never use my own. Wow, that is amazing. That is pretty cool.
That bizarrely colourful land of haggis and bagpipes, there may be more to that folktale about Scotsmen and their kilts. Ever wondered what exactly is beneath the famous tartan kilt? Well, according to ancient legend, nothing.
I know what's under
no
there.
underwear can be worn under the kilt, and according to an old law, or perhaps to be fair, urban legend,
Really?
if a Scotsman is found to be wearing underwear beneath his kilt, then he is routinely charged 2 beers by whoever discovered his non-commando status.
Wait, okay. Back up a second there. So, if you're a Scotsman in Scotland and you're wearing a kilt, and someone discovers, I mean, that's getting into pretty suspicious territory on its own there. Someone, getting into a situation where they're discovering what's under your kilt in the first place. That invites enough questions. We'll come to that. But if someone discovers that you're wearing underwear under your kilt, you've broke the law. And the penalty is you have to buy them 2 beers. So, this, stereotypical view that non-Scottish people have of Scottish people in Scotland, that, they're crazy drinkers, they're all drunk and they're always out drinking and causing trouble and causing hassle and all that. They're louts, basically. When, in reality, they're just a bunch of really good law-abiding people that are just going around checking kilts. And they're finding out that there's so many people breaking this law that they're incurring the penalties and getting pissed off it. Right? Does that not make sense? That's crazy. Wow. When was that law made? What? Oh, that's amazing.
Although we can't confirm the exact legal standing of this law, it is too difficult to resist sharing. The USA also has its fair share of quirky laws. In Arizona, allowing your pet donkey to sleep in the bathtub is against the law. Placing salt on a railway track is an offense punishable by the death penalty in Birmingham. At first glance, this seems...
I've heard of that one. Yeah, I've heard of that one. Putting salt on a railway line in Birmingham, America is punishable by death because... I mean, I don't know how it would, but it's because it could cause a derailment and put other people's lives at risk. Yeah, I've heard of that one. I can't remember where, but I've heard it.
Seems a tad harsh, but the reason is that the train could either derail or attract cattle onto the track, which could...
That's it. It could attract cattle, and then they go stand on the track, and the train hits it and derails and kills it. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's... Yeah. I don't know how putting salt on a railway line could derail a train. It's a train. It's a big piece of fucking metal that weighs like 100 tons. I don't think, a handful of fucking Saxa is going to derail a train. Do you?
Could also result in a major derailment or at least a delay. So don't go putting salt on the rails, kids. It's also against the law to play a game of frisbee without first acquiring the permission of a lifeguard in Los Angeles. Although responsible frisbee throwing is, we are told, permitted. Who can blame the city with all those lawsuits flying around? And what happened to the chicken who crossed the road in Georgia? Its owner got arrested. It is against the law to let your chickens roam around unattended in this state. In Hawaii, it is illegal to work at the same company as your twin brother or sister. We guess this law is in place to avoid workplace confusion as to who is doing...
That's just mean. Imagine having a twin brother or sister in Hawaii and... you have one of those twin relationships where you're inseparable and you want to work at the same place so you're near each other, support each other, and you find out it's against the law? Oh, wow. Come on, Hawaii.
What and who has taken the day off. And dog lovers, beware. Unless you have 4 legs and a tail that wags, it's illegal to live in a dog kennel in Idaho, bringing a whole new meaning to sleeping in the doghouse. Perhaps stranger than all these laws, though, is the law in Vermont whereby women who want false teeth are required by law to first obtain permission from their husband. Quite why this law still exists is totally baffling to us here at the Infographic Show.
Wow.
Perhaps someone can explain this one to us.
That is like old-timey. Wow. That's like caveman time women rights sort of thing, isn't it? Jesus.
And then there's the strange legal world of mainland Europe. In Greece, it is illegal to go sightseeing around the ancient ruins wearing high heels, and in France, it is
Okay, I agree with that. And they should put a law like that in every other place in the world that's really old and made of like eroding materials like marble or limestone. Because high heels, you know, especially the ones that have those stupid like pencil thin platform. Do they call it a platform? The bit on the back of the shoe that holds your foot up. Women, help me out here. I don't wear women's shoes, but yeah, you know. I mean, women have killed men with those things on the back of them fucking shoes. So, walking around like ancient ruins, that could damage the ground. So, yeah, I agree with that. You shouldn't be able to wear high heels in really old, protected places. Yeah, that's fair enough. And they should make a similar law for like heavy boots for men. Why don't they just offer like soft pumps for people to wear when they go to these places? You know, like a bowling alley. You just rent them before you go in. They give you them, yeah.
illegal to name your pet pig Napoleon. In Rome, Italy, keeping...
Wait, what?
And in France, it is illegal to name your pet pig Napoleon.
Why? Isn't it like their version of Winston Churchill? Even though he lost.
In Rome, Italy,
lost,
keeping a lone goldfish in a fishbowl is considered animal cruelty and is against the law, but if you have more than one in the bowl, that is considered acceptable because we all know fish are sociable creatures.
Yeah, they are. Oh, that's cute. Look at Italy going all out to make sure that the lives of their goldfish are as the best they could be. Wow, that's really random.
Kids in parts of Poland are not allowed to travel outside the house with any Winnie the Pooh memorabilia, including t-shirts, backpacks, or lunchboxes.
Okay, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. As I've told you guys before, I've been to Poland. I've been to Poland, and I literally saw a kid wearing a Winnie the Pooh t-shirt. So, that's bullshit. Unless there were no police around, or they were just being slack. That's not real. I don't know. Any Polish people watching? Let me know. And also, dzień dobry. I love your country. Best country I've ever been to. I mean that.
Cartoon character is considered a non-gender specific inappropriate hermaphrodite without having the decency to wear a pair of pants, and the Poles, for some reason, find Winnie's lack of genitalia offensive.
Wait, didn't Russia do something similar? Years ago, they banned, I can't remember if it was Winnie the Pooh or something else, they banned like a famous cartoon because they were afraid it were going to turn kids gay. It was on Russell Howard's Good News, but I can't remember which one it was. It might have been Winnie the Pooh. Oh, what was it? If anybody knows, it definitely, it was on Russell Howard's Good News, I remember it. I remember. But I can't remember the cartoon. But it definitely happened. Let me know if you know.
Isn't exactly an ancient law, but was simply too brilliant to leave out of our study of quirky laws. In the Cambodian capital of Phnom Penh, the sale and importation of water pistols is prohibited during New Year festivities. The reason being that a popular way to enjoy...
Wait, so it's okay for the rest of the time? Okay.
The New Year in this part of the world is to take part in a huge water fight, and that, Governor Che Sofara reckons, may lead to social unrest. In Thailand, it is illegal to step on money, and it is also illegal to leave home without wearing underwear.
Okay. Right, correct me if I'm wrong, but the money one, isn't... The reason why that's a law, isn't that because the king's face is on their money? and it's illegal to disrespect the king like that, step on his face. Right? Am I right about that, or is that a different country? I think it's Thailand, isn't it? Because Thailand have a king. And the underwear, but that's just common, that's just respect. Discretion. Responsibility. Not being a... Yeah. These aren't crazy. These seem like laws that keep people in line. Make sure that they always have respect for their monarchs and that they take good responsibility for themselves. Wear underwear. Not too crazy, huh?
It is also illegal to hold your hand out in tribute to the Hunger Games or to publicly criticize a fellow countryman. In parts of India, if a man is in debt, he can legally offer his wife as a down payment until the debt is settled.
Hello, mate. Oh, wait, no, I won't do the accent because I'll probably get cancelled. There'll be someone out there that's sensitive. But, yeah. Oh, you owe me 50 rupees. I can't pay it. Do you mind? Yeah. I'll leave her here. Wow. That's crazy. In India, if you owe a debt, if you're a man who owes a debt, you're allowed to leave your wife as a deposit. Oh my god! I'm not surprised, it's just bizarre that it still exists. You know, India, they act like they're this superpower. Hello? Give me a minute. Right, alright, yeah. Alright. Yeah, they act like they're this super modern superpower. They've got a space program, yet they've still got a law like this that wouldn't be out of place in like the 15th century. I just find that really bizarre.
In Japan, it is illegal to be fat, with the government setting a maximum waistline of 33.5 inches for men and 35.5.
It's illegal to be fat in Japan. Right, again, why is this on a crazy list? I agree with that. I mean, alright, fair enough, yeah. Maybe not illegal to the point where if you're fat, you get thrown in jail and have all your freedom taken away, but I agree with them putting something like that in place so that it makes people who are thinking, oh, do you know what, I'm just going to give up on my life and become like that disgusting low-life piece of shit Nickhead or whatever the fuck his name is and become 30 stone. I agree with that. And now that I come to think of it, whenever I've seen documentaries about Japan or anything set in Japan, the only fat people you see are sumo wrestlers. That makes sense, yeah, that's just clicking. But, yeah, that's just the government trying to keep their population healthy. And, in case you haven't noticed, Japan has the highest life expectancy of any other country in the world, doesn't it? Or it's one of, like, the top 5. It's also an incredible country. Like, everything works. Like, you know, if you get the train to work in Tokyo, if the train is more than, 10 seconds late? Or if you're more than 10 seconds late to work, they give you a note from the train company saying it's our fault, the train was 10 seconds late. It's a brilliant country. So it's the things that they're doing, like, it's obviously working. And there's also other reasons why Japan works so well. And it's the opposite of that reason why the UK is in such a mess. But I won't get into that, but some people probably know what I'm referring to. But, yeah, okay, that's fair enough. I'm not against that.
1/2 inches for women. In China, Buddhist monks are banned from reincarnating unless they have specific government permission. Yes, Asia is a wacky place.
What? In China, it is against the law for a Buddhist monk to reincarnate without the government's permission. So, if you want to reincarnate as a Buddhist monk in China, you've got to know that you're going to die and then ask the government for permission. What? That's amazing. Who came up with that? What? Why? What's
In
the
Samoa,
point?
it is illegal to forget your wife's birthday. In Australia, it is against the law to disrupt a wedding, an act that is punishable by a fine of $10,000.
I like that. I like that. Yeah. Australia, you're doing the right thing there. It's illegal to disrupt a wedding in Australia. Good. Fucking damn right, because a wedding is a massive day in two people's lives. A day that they've saved up a lot of money for. You know, they've put all their effort into making it as perfect as possible. The last thing you should have to worry about is some drunk prick ruining it. I'm not against that. So yeah, well done Australia. And we should have similar laws here in the UK. Disrupt my wedding, you owe me 10 grand. Nice one. I'll have a bit of that. Thank you. Ruin potentially the most important day of my life until we have kids. Fucking damn right I'm going to make sure you get into trouble for it.
All in all, across the world, while laws are there to help protect us and keep society functioning as a moral and ethical place, some of the decisions made by lawmakers will keep on baffling us as long as old laws remain and new bizarre rules come into being. So, what's the strangest law?
That's the end. Right. Yeah, so, some of them, yeah, they were really bizarre, really interesting, crazy, mind-blowing, all that kind of stuff. Some I knew, and some I just straight up agreed with. You know, some of these were just common sense. Yeah, you find 10 grand in Australia if you disrupt a wedding. Japan will prosecute you if you have a waist size larger than 35 inches. That's going to do a really good job of making sure that the population is healthy. And also, most of Japanese food, it's really lean and healthy. You know, it's like all fresh fish and a lot of vegetables. A lot of, yeah. What was the other one that I really liked? Oh, the ones in Thailand, so it's illegal to step on money because it has the king's face on it. I'm pretty sure that's why it's illegal. And it's also illegal to go out in public without underwear on. That's just respect. And by making it a law, it makes sure that the people follow it. That's fine. But, yeah. There's the other, you know, in some random state in America, it's illegal to let a donkey sleep in your bath. It's illegal to sleep in a dog kennel in somewhere else in America. What? Yeah, those are weird. Oh, and the one in Scotland. If someone knocks on your door in Scotland and has to use the toilet, it's illegal to say no. That's amazing. Wow. And what was the other one? Oh, the kilt one. So if someone looks under your kilt in Scotland and finds out that you're wearing underwear, you've got to buy them 2 beers. As per the law. Brilliant. I love that. Wow, some of these are amazing. Anyway, this is already a really long video, so we better end it there. So, yeah, I just wanted to get a new video done, because since I had me accident a couple of days ago, I told you, didn't I? I need time off, but as I said, my arm's a lot better now. Well, not a lot, it still really hurts, but I can sort of move it now and use it to move the mouse. So I think I'm alright now, I can start making content again. And again, thank you to everybody who left a comment on that video saying get well soon, I hope you're alright. I really appreciated that. And it was those comments that got me through these past couple of days. It's been fucking awful. Honestly, my arm, first like 36 hours, it felt like it was on fire. Fucking awful. So yeah, thanks to everybody who left a comment. And it's good to be back. So, give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Drop some comments below what weird laws that you've heard of. If you come from a different country and you've got some really weird ones, tell me. I'd love to hear them. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and you enjoy this kind of content. Follow the Facebook page. Link is in the About section of the channel. And check us out on Patreon as well. You can join there from $1 a month. But that's it. So, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.